another episode of Life Lessons. Today I'm gonna talk about how it was for me finding out that I would get to fulfill my dream as being a professional athlete and being able to call myself a professional basketball player. Um, I'm gonna try to keep it short, somewhere between 30 to 35 minutes long. I'm not gonna touch on too many things. I just want to tell my story about how I learned that I was going to do something that I always dreamed of, and that is be a professional. Um, the one thing that I would like to start off by saying is that a lot of people got overseas professional really misconstrued and mixed up. Um, if you can play professionally overseas, it's not semi-pro. You're a pro. You're a professional. And that's one thing that I can say that kind of gets under my skin. It don't really get under my skin, but it makes me look at people who try to call it semi-pro as you don't know what you're talking about. Like, sure, it might not be the NBA, but do y'all not understand and do y'all not know that in some of these leagues overseas, it's dudes that are getting paid more than NBA players? Do y'all not realize that? Do y'all not understand that? So going over there and playing over there, you're not an NBA player, but you're still a pro. It ain't semi-pro. You're a professional. Like, you get paid to do this. You get paid to play. Like, you get paid to come to that country and you get paid to produce. If you don't produce, they send you home, just like any professional team. Like, so this is your job. And people who call it semi-pro, it's almost as if they try to look down on it, not realizing that when some of those dudes come back and they make the comments and they make the statements that it's more physical than the NBA, they not lying. They not lying. And until you've played over there, you'll make the comments, oh, it ain't. No, bro, like, it is definitely more physical. Way more physical than the NBA. And people try to gloss over it and just be like, oh, you play semi-pro, huh? I know, I'm a professional. My dream goal and my end goal is to try to make it to the NBA, but I'm still a professional. And that's what I call myself. I don't say I play semi-pro overseas. I say I play professional basketball overseas. I am a pro. And that's where I stick by. But I'm going to rewind back and I'm going to talk about how that came about and how excited I was, because I did not think that I was going to go pro. I'm just going to keep it honest with you. When everything happened, I had no idea what I was going to do. I had no idea if I wanted to still play ball. I had no idea where to even begin to look for agents, or if agents was even looking at me to play professional basketball. I had an extra year of college to play because right around that time is when COVID had happened. COVID had hit, and everyone was regaining the process. So they gave all athletes an extra year, an extra COVID. It was called the COVID year. We all got one extra year to play. So I had one more year to play, but I didn't know if I was going to want to go to another school, because I was just over it. I was done. So I probably could have ended up going to another school, which probably, if I would have made that decision, that's probably what I would have wanted to do, to go to a school that saw my potential, and not even saw my potential, saw what I could do and how I could help them win, and would have let me really showcase my true guard skills and show that as a wing player, this is how dominant I could be. But I was just over college ball, to be honest. Anyone who knows me, they'll tell you I don't like college ball. I don't like anything about college ball. It's fun to play, but I don't like the idea of one person having so much power over a kid's career, to the point where with one phone call, they can derail your career. I've seen it happen. I've been in some of those conversations where literally I'm told, with one phone call, right, I can make everything change. I've witnessed it through teammates contacting, saying what the coach has said to them. I'm going to have like one of the guys that is a little special to me because I saved his life. Me and my guy, one of my other guys, saved his life. We're going to have him on, and we're going to let him tell his story and how he got his career derailed by a coach. So I don't like that. That's why I don't like college ball, because you can be one hell of an athlete. You can be one hell of a player. But if a coach do not like you, and if a coach doesn't think you can help his system, or if a coach just don't want you to play, it's not like the pros where you can literally look at the coach and be like, whatever. If you do that in college, you're not touching the floor. It don't matter who you are. It don't matter how many points you can score. It don't matter. And then now with the NIL deal, it don't matter how much money you making. If he don't want you to play, you're not getting in. It don't matter what you do. No matter how much you bust your ass. And that's why I don't like college ball, because I don't think a coach should have that much power over any athlete. None. Like, yeah, he's the coach. You should respect him. But he shouldn't have that much power to where literally he can pick up the phone. And if you're in the transfer portal, a coach has to call him to ask about you. And if he says anything bad about you, that's the end of you getting recruited by that school that wanted you. I don't like that. That rubs me the wrong way, because I single-handedly dealt with that coming into being a pro, where I was told by some agents, one of your coaches said this about you. But when I asked which one, they wouldn't tell me. So I had no idea what I was going to do when I decided that I was done playing college ball. I had no agents lined up. I had no one talking to me. I didn't even know where to begin, where to start. I didn't know how to enter my name into the draft. I didn't even know if I could enter my name into the draft. Like I said in my previous episode, I legit had no help on becoming a pro. Like, none. I had no one guiding me into any direction on where to even begin to become a pro. So a piece of me kind of feels slighted, even though you can say I didn't put up numbers to even enter my name into the draft, but I at least would have liked that opportunity and chance just to say I entered my name into the draft. I would have liked that opportunity, but I didn't talk to no coaches. No coaches came and talked to me and asked me what plans did I have, if I wanted to be a pro, what did I think about entering the draft. Like, none. Like, I was lost, literally lost. I had no idea, no direction. I had nothing, no clue in where I was going. So I was completely in, like I like to call, no man's land. I had nothing. So I was just trying to figure it out. I was trying to figure out what I was going to do. I was trying to figure out, when I go home, what am I going to do? And I can admit I was a little lost, because when you grow up playing the game, you have a dream, you want to accomplish this dream, and when it starts to seem like everything is crumbling, in a sense, you start to think and believe you failing, and you start to think that you're a failure because things don't seem to be coming into fruition. So I started to believe it. I started to doubt myself. I started to get in a slump, because I knew what I could do, and I knew I wasn't done playing the game. I knew I wanted to keep going. But when you don't have nobody hitting you up, You don't have no direction. You don't have no guidance. You don't even know where to begin. It starts to get a little dark because you don't know where you're going. So it had got a little dark for me for a little bit because, like I said, I did not want to go home and just start working. That's not one thing that I wanted to do. I wasn't ready to give that up, which is why I'm glad I didn't, because I got to call myself a pro later down the road. Still get to call myself a pro. I am very, very proud to say that. Like I said, I don't care that it's not the NBA. Is that my ultimate goal? Yes, but I still get to call myself a pro. So I'll never forget. I'm in my apartment. I'm watching Carmelo Anthony highlights. For anybody who don't know, as you can see in the background, my favorite player is LeBron. He's my GOAT. I think he can't nobody hold a candle to him for all the things that he does, all the things that he do. He's my GOAT. So, but I was one of those who was realistic about his game. I'm not as athletic as Bron. I'm not as tall as Bron. I'm not as big as Bron. Can't jump out the gym like Bron. I don't really dunk the ball like Bron. So I'm not going to sit here and try to emulate and imitate my game like LeBron. But the one person who I watched, and the more I started to watch his game, and the more I started to see all the things that he did, I realized I could beat him. And that was Carmelo Anthony. His mid-range game, his jab step pull-ups, his one dribble pull-ups, getting to his spots that he know where he gonna hit pull-up, his three-pointers. I would constantly watch Carmelo Anthony highlights every day. And it started to show in my play, like certain moves, certain shots that I was taking, certain ways I would get into the lane and then pull up or get them off my body a little bit and then be able to pull up and hit the shot. It was all Carmelo Anthony highlights because I saw him and was like, I can be that. I might not be as great as that, but I for damn sure can be that. So I started to emulate my game like that. Catch it in the post, face up, jab step, shot. If they fall for it, maybe turn my back to the basket or try to go to another pull-up. Catch it on the perimeter in the corner. Drive left, drive right, turn it into a pull-up. Just constant Carmelo Anthony highlights every chance I got, every day. And constantly telling myself, I could be a Melo. I can put that thing in a bucket. And I can get to my spots. And like I said, the one thing that people never doubted me on was my strength, because I'm pretty strong. I've always been a pretty strong guy. Might not look it, but I've always been a pretty strong guy. But that's who I started to emulate my game after. And I'm glad I did that because it helped me a lot. It helped me so much in many ways where my game as a shooter, it started to improve. I already could dribble a little bit. My three-pointer, it started to improve a little bit more. It had went down a little bit because around that time, like I said, I wouldn't get much PT, but I was just gonna let it fly. So when I got in the game, I'm letting it go. But I'm glad I did that because it definitely helped me. So when I was in that dark space of not knowing where I was gonna go or not knowing what I was gonna do, I didn't want nothing basketball. I didn't watch no basketball. Didn't watch no highlights. Didn't watch no games. Didn't want to get on League Pass and go watch some of the older games. Didn't want to watch no film on me. No, I didn't want to do nothing because I was just so lost. So I never forget one day, I'm sitting in my room and I'm just chilling, sitting in my room, and I get a text message from a guy, And at first I ignored because I think it's a scam. And the text message says, "Hi, um, do you have any plans on being a pro, or do you know if you're going to continue to play college ball?" I ignore the message at first because, like I said, I think it's a scam. You're not texting my phone, it's a DM from Instagram. So I'm thinking, man, that's a scam. Like, if an agent is going to hit me up, it ain't going to be on Instagram or social media. Like, somehow they'll find my number through a coach or something. But nah, he DM'd me on Instagram. I ignored it. Then he hit me back the next day, and he was like, "I'm an agent for this company, and if you don't have any plans on playing college ball, I would like to sign you under my agency, and we will find you a team." So I ignored it again because, like I said, I'm thinking it's a scam. Like, I'm literally thinking, like, who DM'd someone with this kind of information? But then something tells me to go back and look. So I click on the guy's page, and it sends me to the agency. So I'm looking at the agency. I'm looking. I'm starting to think. I'm like, this might be legit. Like, it say it's people here. Like, it say he got Americans up under him. These Americans that's playing, like, they putting up good numbers. So this might be the real thing. So I message him back, and I'm like, hey man, like, I know I didn't put up the numbers that I needed to put up, or that I probably should have put up, and I could have definitely put up better numbers, but I definitely don't have no plans on going back to play college ball. I'm done with college ball. I want to see what's out there next for me. So if you can get me on a team, or if this is legit, like, I'll see what you're talking about. And immediately he hit me back, and was like, yeah, man, like, just look through the page and you'll see where we got people all over. We got people in Italy. We got people in Spain, Germany, Africa. We got people all over. Like, just talk to me, tell me where you would like to play, and tell me your price range. And from there, I'll go from there. You don't have to sign anything right now. I'll just tell you all the teams that's interested. Send me your game film and all the teams that's interested. Also, what position you play, what position you prefer to play, all of that. Like, send me all of that. And once I get back to you with teams that's interested, we'll go from there. So I do everything he tell me to do. I send him my stuff. I send him my film. I send him everything. And I don't hear from him for like a week. So I'm thinking, like, all right, whatever. I just got scammed or whatever. It is what it is. So I remember I'm sitting in the room again, and I get like 3 messages back to back. And it's that guy. And each message is from a different team overseas. One was Portugal, one was Spain, and another one was, what was the other one? I think it was Mexico. And yes, I'm not too sure. I think the third one was Mexico. But he was like, hey man, like, I reached out to 3 teams. I got some other teams that I can send your film to, but I just wanted to let you know that I'm serious about this, man. I can get you, if you sign with me and you let me be your agent, I can get you here, and you will become a pro up under me. And so I'm looking over the contracts and I'm looking over the teams, and I'm like, okay, this still too good to be true, man. Ain't no way. But then I start doing my own research, and I start looking up the actual teams that he was sending me. And these were legit professional teams. So, and I'm looking at the cities that they in to make sure that the cities are right. I'm asking all the questions that I need to ask to make sure that I will be getting paid to play. I don't have to pay for anything. Everything is free. I just have to come there and play basketball. So I'm talking to my folks about it to make sure that if it's legit or not. And I'm now, cooler heads are starting to prevail, because now I'm kind of coming out of the dark a little bit, like, oh shoot, like I may have an opportunity. So then I get another DM from another agent asking me the same question. Like, he's like, hey man, like, I've been keeping track of you all year. And if you're not going to play college ball, start this agency, start under me. I'll get you somewhere. I'm new to this. I just created my agency, so you'll be one of the first people under me, and we're gonna start from the ground, and we're gonna get it flowing. We're gonna get it pushing. He had my shooting percentage. He told me what I needed to get up. He told me the position that he was gonna have me up under when he talked to other coaches about me. Like, he had the whole format laid out. Like dude did his homework on me. I'm not gonna lie. He did his homework. I'm just gonna be honest there. He definitely did his homework. He had everything laid out, and I appreciated him for that. But once that happened, I started to perk up some more because I'm like, yo, this thing might really be legit. Then I get another message from another agent. So now I'm getting a little pumped because I'm like, yo, I can do this. I can play ball. I'm about to be a pro. Like, I could be a pro. Like, they're hitting me up. Don't know how they're hitting me up. Don't know where they got my information from. Because once again, like, I had no guidance with this. I had no coach, no coaches coming to me asking me, do you want to be a pro after this? Like, what are you trying to do after you're done with college? Like, none. Like, and if a coach come out and say that they did, they're lying. Like, I had no coach come to me and like remotely ask me if I wanted to be a pro. I did this all on my own, by myself. Like, this was my doing. Like, going through this process by myself alone, where they hitting me up and I'm trying to figure everything out. So another agent hit me up. They're talking pretty good. So I'm like, okay, cool. I get back to the first agency that hit me up, and I'm like, hey man, like, yeah, man, I'm interested, man. If you could talk to some of those people and we can get in touch with them, let's see how it plays out. Boom, next day, hey man, this team such and such, they want to get on a WhatsApp call with you because overseas they all use WhatsApp. So I download WhatsApp. I get on the call with the president of the organization. I'm talking with the president. He's telling me about his club. He's telling me about what they'll do for me, how they'll do all this stuff, and like, everything seems to be going on the up, and it's getting pretty good. And then he says something, and then I catch it, and I'm like, wait, what? And he's like, yeah, man, but when you get here, you'll have to, play out of position. And I was like, no, I don't want to play out of position. I've done that for my entire collegiate career. I'm done doing that. And he was like, and also, he tried to slide it in there. He was like, also, all money is not guaranteed. And I was like, well, I'm not coming then. And I'm not interested in playing for your organization if you're going to tell me that you're not going to try to guarantee me all my money. Like, that's a waste of my time. So after that happened, it felt like everything was crashing again. But then I had the other two agents to fall back on. But at the time, I'm not thinking that the other agent guy that I was talking to, that had everything laid out for me, who had all my stats and all of that, I was a little in my own head because I'm thinking about him, like, how can you get me in a position to do this when you just started and I'm not hearing from you like I'm hearing from this other agent? Like, I'm not, you text me one day and then I don't hear from you for like 2-3 weeks. So are you really serious? Are you even an agent? Like, or are you like, did you just create this? So I done kind of excluded you out the loop already. So now it's starting to dwindle. But then this first agent hit me back again fast. Well, hey, we got another team that's interested in you. He wants to get on a WhatsApp call with you. So I get on a WhatsApp call with him, and everything seems to be on the up and up. And I'm getting a little excited. We're talking. Everything seems to be going great. Everything seems to be going good. Uh, they talking good. They telling me how it's gonna be what it is when I get there. I'm gonna play my position. I'm gonna be able to. I'm gonna just be able to be me and like be free of all the extra bullshit. Like I'm just gonna be able to be me. So I start getting excited, and then I ask him like, "Hey, like yeah, man, like send the contract over so like my family can look over it. I can send it to my OG because my OG played in the NBA. He can look over it so they can make sure everything is straight." They send the contract over, look over it. Everything is on the up and up. Everything seems fine, and I'll never forget, man. Man, it was so exciting when I signed my name on that paper. Stamping. You a professional athlete, bro. I never forget. I immediately called my brother. Hey man, your boy going overseas. I'm a pro. I'm a pro. My brother was so excited. I could hear him tearing up on the other end of the phone with just excitement. Like, bro, like people don't know your story. People don't know the sacrifices you've made. People don't know the hard work that you put in. People don't know how you came up, and you about to go live your dream. Like, no lie, his exact words was, "Bro, I'm about to cry because I'm so excited for you." Like, stamping that, man, like couldn't no one and couldn't nothing take that away from me, because it's like I did it. Like, I was feeling so low and so down, and to get a DM from a random, don't even know how you even knew I existed, but to put my faith into you, and for you to have all these coaches from these different countries say that they want me to come and play for them, and I get paid to play, for me to put my trust into you, and you come back with contracts, and I get to look over these contracts, and I get to pick the one that I think is best for me at the time. And then I get to stamp it and solidify that I'm a pro. That was one of those I did it moments. I did it, and can't nobody take it away from me. And that's one of my proudest moments, because it literally seemed like my back was against the wall. I didn't want to go home and work. I didn't want to pick up a job. I wanted to play ball, but it seemed like basketball wasn't in my future. Like, I don't know if anyone remember when Isaiah Thomas was crying in that tunnel. I damn near felt like that the game don't, you give everything and you work your ass off and you bust your ass for the game, but the game don't give you nothing in return. It damn near felt like and seemed like, why? I'm doing what I need to do. Like, yeah, people can say what they want to say, but they don't see me putting in this extra work. They don't see where I'm going when I'm not in the college. They don't know that I'm going to instead of going to the practice gym at night, or instead of going here, I done secretly found out that there's other courts that I can go to, outside courts, and I'm by myself. They don't know that because I don't tell them that. But they'll just assume, oh, he ain't putting in no work. You don't see me in the college gym putting in work. You don't see me in the practice gym putting in that work. So you assume I'm not putting in that work. But what you don't see is, you don't see me in my free time taking it back to Maple Ave days, going to that concrete court down the road, or a couple miles outside of where I live, that concrete court over there, hooping, working on my game by myself. That's my peace of mind. Because now I don't have no one coming in the gym trying to look over me and watch what I'm doing. That's where I'm working. You don't see that. So you can assume and you can make your assumptions. You don't know the hard work that I actually put in. And that's one of the things I prided myself in, because it pissed me off that I got put on blast by a coach that I thought I trusted. And he tried to make a point by saying that the reason that I wasn't playing the year before was because I was lazy and out of shape. But before that, he asked me, could he make a statement about me and could he say something about me and it wasn't going to be bad? But then proceeds to say, the reason I'm not playing is because I'm lazy and I'm out of shape. And I know for damn sure I'm not fucking lazy. I give you that out of shape. I can work on that. But to call me lazy and you don't see the work that I put in, you don't know the work that I put in, to call me lazy in front of everybody, I'm going to show you and I'm going to prove to you. And when I came back that next year, who lazy now? To the point where you got teammates saying, damn, JV finishing first. That shit pissed me off so bad, man, because you tried to put me on blast. You thought it was going to do something. And it did a little bit. It enraged me a little bit because I trusted you. They didn't see that extra work because I wasn't in that gym. I was down a block. I was in another county, another town, at an outside court doing what I needed to do because that's my comfort zone. That takes me back to when I was a kid at Maple Ave in Petersburg at the court on the concrete working on my moves. Y'all don't see that, and I'm not going to tell you about it. I'm just going to let my game speak for it. So being able to stamp that, write my name on that paper, get off that phone call with my brother, and just being able to sit down on that bed, like, I did it. I did it. And I did it on my own. I did it on my own. You can't say you helped me. You can't say you helped me. You can't say you helped me. I helped me. When I was down and low and didn't know if I would be a pro, I helped me. I did it. And I can wear that jacket proud because I did it. And you can't take that from me. You can't say I'm not a pro. You could talk all you want to talk. You could say what you want to say because coaches will say that. I done sat in them conversations too, where a coach will literally try to down a player because he's overseas making money, trying to down how much money he's getting. So fucking what? You got to start somewhere. You started somewhere. You weren't making the millions of dollars that you making now. So why are you trying to down him? At least he's overseas living his dream. It don't matter how much money he making. Why you pocket watching anyway? At least he's living his dream. He's a pro. You can't not say he's not a pro. It don't matter the competition. It don't matter who he playing against. Can you do it? Could you do it? He's a pro. I've been in those locker rooms where the coach trying to down how much money they getting. Why? He made it overseas. He's playing pro. You should be fucking thankful. He came through your program. But to try to make a point, you down him. So I wear that jacket proud and can honestly say, yeah, I did that. I did that. I'm a pro. Yeah, I did that by myself. You ain't helped me. You ain't helped me. And that's another reason why I don't like college ball, because it don't matter what you do, how successful you can be. You could be a pro. You could be in the NBA. It don't matter. If you bring success, a coach can use that as his advantage to recruit kids. Literally, you see such and such over there playing. You see such and such doing that? He came through here. We developed him. No, you didn't. But they can use that for the kid. And they can use that to get the kid to come into their organization, sweet it up, all that, say they helped. No, I'll be the first to tell you, nah, I ain't getting no help. And that's why this story to me is a little special, because with no help, with no guidance, with no sense of direction, I signed my first contract. I got with an agency. I stamped that paper. I became a pro, went overseas, and I killed. I did what I had to do. And can't nobody take that from me. Can't no one take that from me. So when anyone asks, I walk up to people, and when they say, oh, you must play ball. Where do you play? I play professionally overseas. I don't say I play semi-pro overseas. No, I play professionally overseas. I'm a professional basketball player. And then we start to break down the conversation. Oh, well, do you have any aspirations or dreams to come back and play in the States? Of course I do. I would eventually like to play on an ABA. I would eventually try to play on an ABA team if that could get me into the NBA. I would try to somehow make it on a G League team if that can somehow get me a 10-way contract. But at the same time, I'm not dumb. I know my age will play a factor. So I know my chance to make it to the NBA is slim. But if I can continue to keep playing, I'm going to play. A pro is a pro. You can't take that from me. And the people who try to knock it, let me see you be a pro then. That's my rebuttal. Let me see you do it, since it's so easy. And I ain't talking about none of this BS on the side. Let me see you do it, since it's so easy. That's the only thing I got for you. Let me see you do it. You say it's so easy. Why you ain't doing it then? Answer me that. Why you ain't doing it then? But that's my little story, man. And that's how I became a pro. And I'm proud of myself. No lie. I'm very proud of myself, because I did something. As a kid, I had a dream. And at first it started off as a cloudy dream. Didn't know if it would come to fruition. Had no idea that it would happen. It was just a dream. And to be able to live out that dream, whether it had been the NBA or not the NBA, to be able to live out that dream and one day tell my kids, your daddy played professional basketball. If you want to put an asterisk on it and say overseas professional basketball, I can still look at my kids and say, your daddy was a pro. And nothing makes me more proud than that. Nothing makes me more excited to be able to tell my kids this story, if I have kids, or once I have kids. Nothing makes me more excited, because I'm ready to tell that story to them. I'm ready to tell them about all the places I got to travel, all the places I got to see with that basketball in my hand, and all the places that I'm going to continue to see. So that's my little story, and I wanted to share that with y'all today. I didn't want to touch on no topics. I wanted to share that story, and that's how some of my episodes are going to be, just me telling my story. I don't have no questions today, but hopefully I'll have some in the next episode. But this was a great episode for me, because I got to tell y'all what went down and how I became a pro and how it happened. So that's the end of my episode, man. Life Lessons Podcast. I'm glad that y'all be watching. I'm glad that y'all be subscribing. My next topics, I have to think about some things, but we're gonna touch on some more of this basketball stuff, and eventually we're gonna veer off into just everyday work and stuff, man, because we want to have some people come on here and just talk about what it is to work the everyday life. We want the 9-to-5 worker on here. We not getting into the political realm because I'm not political at all. But we gonna talk, and I'm ready to talk. But that's the end of my episode, man. Life Lessons Podcast, man. I got nothing but mad respect for everybody, like I said, who's been subscribing and liking. Until next time, man. JV out. Peace.